Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Why Seam Wednesday. Yay! Why Seam Wednesday. I'm presenting to you today, like I kind of redesigned this. The block is called Ribbons, and it does create some cool secondary patterns, but it's just a fun block to use up a bunch of dark mediums and lights. So I figured, well, we'll give this one a go and we'll have some fun with it. Now, the PDF for the templates, right, because you're going to have to make templates, is going to be in the show notes below. And there's only 3 of them. They're very simple. And 2 of them are half square triangles. So if you wanted to take measurements and just make your half square triangle without templates, it would work as well. Now, let's get to our shout out before I get... I looked at her channel and I could not find her first name, so forgive me, but So Granny So is just having so much fun. She is doing a sew along right now when we're taping this. I don't know how far along she'll be when this video actually drops, but it looks like she's got some fun ideas going on. So go check her out. She doesn't know the shout out's coming, so tell her that Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda sent you over there. And, you know, hit that subscribe button for her. Like I say, we find these people and sometimes it's like, I can't find her name. I have no idea what her name is. And she doesn't introduce herself, so it's kind of, okay, well, whatever. Okay, next up is the Chaos Sew Along. Now, the Chaos Sew Along is coming. I'm not sure when we're going to start dropping videos, but when we do, that date will be in the show notes as well. And I have reworked that design, and we are just having, it's great for scrap busting. I am just so excited to get it done. It'll take you on, I think I designed it for like a queen size, so it's going to use up a lot of scraps, and the scraps are bigger sized, right? So your smallest subunit is 4.5 by 4.5 or 4.5 by 8.5. So it'll eat up quite a few scraps on you, for you there. And it's just all about having fun and having a good time, right? So yeah, they're easier blocks, but I mean, it'll be fun for beginners to learn too, right? So don't be shying away because you think, oh my gosh, everything she's doing is so complicated. No, this one's easy. This one's going to be fun. We also have a Facebook group, and that Facebook group is growing rapidly. It's warm, it's welcome. We had to appoint some more admins because there's a lot going on, and we do all the normal things Facebook groups do, but we also do a fabric swap. We also do recipe exchanges. We also go out and encourage members to go out and hunt for free patterns and bring the link back to the group so that people have access to free patterns. And we also do a virtual sewing room under Discord. And there's a whole bunch of other community chats now involved. And wow, we just have so much fun in there. It is so cool, like, that we're doing this. So, and it's a nice group of people. It really is a nice group of people. So if you want to come and you're part of the Facebook community, come on over and join us. I mean, we'll be happy to have you. We also have in the show notes listed out Zoom sew dates. Now that's for everybody that watches on YouTube. We usually have, like, it's on a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I've got the dates from now until December, but by the time the video drops, hopefully I'll have time to look at the 2025 calendar and I'll have some more dates listed out for you. But yeah, we're planning on doing this in 2025. We're just having way too much fun for this. So yes, we're definitely going to be doing this. Also, to help us out and get the word out about us and, you know, like all the free patterns we're making and giving away, could you share, like, and subscribe? You know, share with your friends, share with your other quilting groups. You know, like, I'm just, you know, I would be very happy to have more people watching, and, you know, we'd have time to do more of these kinds of things, these skill builders. But yeah, also, I speak for free for quilting groups and quilting guilds. So if your group or guild is looking for somebody to speak about using the scraps, elements of design, making scrappy quilts, making charity quilts, you know, please put my name for it. I'd be happy trying to accommodate you into the schedule so that I know, like, this is my way of giving back to the quilting community. And I am always so inspired when I finish talking to these ladies and, you know, answering their questions and seeing their quilts that they've made. It's just amazing. I'm so happy. So anyways, I think that's it. Come on in. Let's get to the fun sewing of this one called Ribbons. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. Now, ribbons is one of these that makes a really great graphic quilt, but it's like, you know, you got to work with your darks, your mediums, you know, your mediums, your darks, your lights, right? That's how this works. And if you were to go block after block after block, it, you know, like as long as you had that dark medium thing and the ribbons working, it would start to look like a chevron, and you'd have, you know, continuity that way. As well, the darks are opposite here at the bottom and the mediums. So that's going to give you like that little on point quarter square triangle motif. And this one is that birds hovering hawks or whatever it is here. This one would mirror to this, right? So it's going to look cool. It's going to look cool. But first, let's get to the hardest part. Now, the hardest part here about this is matching your seams. Now, on the ribbon, you want to just have it offset just like that. Just a bit offset. Like we're talking like a 1/4 inch off, right? If you've just cut straight across, right? Because in basically you're needle matching this point here so that you have that perfect little thing coming together. Okay. And you have that perfect 1/4 inch, right? Because you do, like I just cut them off, right? Now this is too big, right? So I'm going to shuffle this down a bit, just a hair, just so I have where that V is, that's where you want your 1/4 inch. And that's, they used to call them needle match, and for some reason they don't talk about it now anymore. And I often wonder why, because your 1/4 inch, your pieces that were always shaped like this, they were perfect. They came off the sewing machine absolutely perfect. But I don't know, maybe they decided it wasn't good. You know, they had to be new and improved or something. But anyways, okay, well, let's get this part done. Now we're just going to lay these out. I'm just going to finger press to the dark. And you'll see, once I did that, I have a perfect, just a minute here. I have a perfect line here, right? And again, we'll press to the dark. Okay, and did I just flip this around? Yes, I did. Okay, so much for that. See that line? You have just a nice line. And I'm just going to trim off that little dog ear right there. But, of course, now I've got to switch these around. Because, yeah, that's okay. As long as you make everything look the same, it's fine. Now, just like that. So the next pieces that go together are these pieces here. Oh, I suppose I could put them all together, couldn't I? Just about, doesn't matter. None of it's hard anymore. There. There we go. And everything just lines up so nice and neat. There we go. Okay. And that fits in just like so. And I'm going to open that seam, because I think that would look best. Just like that. And then match this up with this, and sew it really on there. Yeah, I cut these with templates, and they were so nice. They're so nice to put with templates, and they just popped out. Just so nice. And you just sew that, just like that. You line it up, and oops, you line it up, and off you go. Now let's get the hovering hawks done. Okay, just gonna press this one open. Okay, now my straight of grain is here on this. Like, this is where my straight of grain is. I'm not really fond of making blocks where the straight of grain is not on the edge. So So that's kind of where I'm coming from on this. And I'm just going to put all this together too while I'm here. Okay. Now I'm just going to line the peaks up. That's probably the easiest. Line the peaks up. There. Here, and open that. You could just press on these blocks, you could just press to the dark if you wanted to, and that would work. I'm just going to put these together. Now, pressing to the dark creates a nest right there, right? Okay, when I press to the dark's on top and then the dark's on the bottom. Well, that's created a place, an opportunity for us to nest. So we are taking that. And we're lining everything up just nice and neat and simple. There we go. There. And lining this all up. There we go. Okay. Now. Yeah, I found this. I didn't have much of this white on white too when I was finished cutting. I just do happy dances every time I get rid of another piece of scrap fabric. It's so bizarre. Okay, so you line this up and you want to make sure that that blue, that navy, stays open from behind. So you want that to stay open. Okay. And here. And now I'm just going to, because you've taken the time to needle match this, hang on, you end up with a perfect point, right, in your ribbon. So, you see that right there, right? Okay, so now I'm just going to finger press this open, because for me, that's going to make everything work out nice. You even have a nice needle, a nice point in your seam from the back. That's where you know that you've got this perfectly. Okay, and we have one more seam to do on the top. Oh, there. And I'm finger pressing open again, just because I can, and it makes it nice and flat. And there we go. Now I'm just going to make this block. There we go. I want all that navy to stay open, and that way you get a nice 1/4 inch point at the top as well. Or the bottom, I mean. No, the top. It is the top. Okay, so now I'm just going to press this open as well. And I'm going to show you, I've got a really lovely 1/4 inch point right at the top. There. Oops, right there. Now, we are going to put this together first. This Y first. Because that's where we need to be matching up. Everything has to matchy up. Now, when I cut this wasn't quite long enough. Or wide enough, I should say. It wasn't quite wide enough. So what I did is I cheated. I decided, okay, we'll take off just the very, very tip of the corner and it'll be fine. Well, now all of a sudden when you're trying to match that up, it's not so fine. So I'm just going to draw with a pencil. Just a little X. An X is going to mark our spots. There. Boy, that didn't turn up. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. I'm going to be able to see it, but not you. So we're doing an X there. So we will have our mark from this side, right? Okay. Now where's my pins? So now, I'm going to, wait a minute, I'm going to do it this way. this way first. Okay, let's do this way first. Okay, so I have 1/4 inch down through here. Now I go 1/4 inch, and where that intersects, that's where I put my pin. Right, and now I have a little dot on the back that I'm aiming for, and I'm right in the crosshairs of that dart. So that's perfect. Oops, I lost it. I'll find the little hole again. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to match all of this up first. Okay, and get it all lined up best I can, and then I'm going to pin this. Okay, now here we go. Now there we go. Now I'm just going to get this started. There. Oops, let's get this. And the plow of my foot, there it is right there. Perfect. So what I've done, because I can see when I look down like this, I know you guys are saying that, wow, she really is a redhead. When I'm looking down, straight down, my pin or my needle now has dropped perfectly in the right spot. So now I'm going to pivot this around so it just comes out just so perfect. And sometimes, like I say, you gotta wiggle a bit, you know, wiggle it around a bit to get the, it has to lie flat on the bottom as well. So, and it's not for some reason. Okay, let me pull out the tweezers. Okay, so this, okay, now is lying flat. This is not. Okay, there we go. I got a little bit. We got it laying flat. Okay, so I want to make sure I get this sewn flat. The navy, that seam there, I want that one to lie flat. So I want to make sure that where I put my edge. Now everything's just gonna go really nice, and I'm not gonna have it twist on me, so it stays. Once you sew both ends of the seam open, usually it will stay open, right? So I mean, that's something to. Okay, there we go. There. All right, now. You're wondering, when are we going to do these bits? Right? You're going, wait a minute. You forgot to sew those on. Yes, I did. But I wanted this. Now that's going to be perfect. There we go. So, right, so far so good. So far so good. Okay, let's get these sides on. And there. Now, there's, now I cut this so that it's got little divots, and you got to match that one divot up. There we go. There. Okay, now this divot matches up here. And okay, it's one side. Okay, now press this open, and then you're kind of going, oh my goodness, why? Yes, it does make a difference on how flat this thing this will lay. It does make a difference. Okay, and the other side now gets sewn on just like so. There, and I'll just line up the divots. I should get this out of the way. There. And we want a perfect cross intersection. So we want to take that divot end, that flat end, and we want to put it right along that edge. So we want that to lay nice and flat. So it gives us a perfect 1/4 inch. And then we want to take this and line this up with this divot. There we go. And that helps line up all our seams. It's kind of a, we cheated, right? We cheated a little bit. We decided, okay, let's make this block easy to put together. And the little divots, that's what the little divots on the templates are for, is it just makes it easier. And your dog ears, for the most part, are clipped off, except for this one here, right? Here and here. But that's okay. All right, now to show you the back. With this, we are going to press this. We aren't going to press this open because it's just pushing, right? It's just pushing these shut. So what we'll do is we'll just finger press them over like so. Because, I mean, you know, you're going to try and force this open with all that fabric there. It's not going to work. Now, the same thing could be said about this. But I'm going to try my best because I think this would look best, you know, pressed open. But anyway, so there we are. Now let me get a good press on this and I'll get to our ta-da moment. So here's our ta-da moment on the ribbon block. The ribbons block. I had a lot of fun coming up with this, and it was just one of these really interesting little things that you could play around with. Now it's dark, medium, and lights, and this is what makes this block work. So if you were to go right across, it would make a really cool chevron with the darks and the mediums. And you could play around with how this top goes and gets mirrored out, and it would create all sorts of secondary designs. This is one I will give Debbie to see if she has time to do a quilt layout for us. But yeah, and it's Sewing with Debbie that does these, right? So she does great jobs of doing quilt layouts. And the way the templates are created, you have a perfect 1/4 inch there, so that can also like mirror a butterfly or whatever. You can have lots of fun with laying out these, right? So you mirror them out. Anyways, I hope you give this one a try. It was so much fun coming up with this for you. And I hope you have an absolutely blissful week ahead and life is treating you gently. Okay, you guys take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!